Malaysia is extremely paradoxical when it comes to birth rates, as predominantly in the Muslim world, you have rising birth rates alongside rising populations. But what is realistically seen in Malaysia is a huge divergence, and it also depends on where you come from, your upbringing, etc. here, of course. But when you have a population such as the Malays, you would expect, given that it is a relatively conservative Muslim country, that there would be more people giving birth. There would be more productivity in terms of the total amount of births. However, if you stay until the end, realistically, I'll give you the exact rundown of why Malaysia is not growing. And if you stick until the very end, I'll get into some more controversial stuff here in Malaysia. Of course, if you are someone who wants to learn more about these different jurisdictions, you want to move where your money matters and create ultimately the best plan for you, feel free to reach down into the description, fill out that Google Forms link. It only takes a few minutes, and it ultimately will give you some of the best information on this topic for a one-time fee of $350 US. Now, let's get into Malaysia and their demographics. So, when you see Malaysia, when you see a country like Malaysia, one that is predominantly Muslim, overwhelmingly Muslim, that ardently has a government that is largely based on Sharia, comes to beg a question. You see, I grew up in the United States. I have not been to a ton of Muslim countries, albeit that is changing very quickly. However, there's a lot of difference between Malaysia, which is predominantly ethnic Malay, and a place like Morocco, or Libya, or Mauritania, or Mali, right? These are all places that fundamentally have large Muslim populations that are growing at extreme rates. But you see, in Malaysia, the way that things work, the way that people operate and mentality is shaped, is similar to others in East Asia. You see, while Indonesia diverged from the people in places like China, Korea, Japan, Malaysia really did. And this is apparent in their birth rates. And ultimately, it's apparent by how many ethnic Chinese live in Malaysia. You see, Malaysia has always had contention with some level of the Chinese population. And this isn't really something that shows up a ton today, especially here in Sabah, where there are a bunch of minorities that have to get along. But the history is clear. And so ultimately, what is the case today was not the case even just a few short years ago. And so ultimately, when you look at a place like Sabah, when you look at a place like any of the more rural areas, it does go up in birth rates. However, not substantially so. You see, when you look at the population charts, there is about 15.2, I believe, births per 1,000. And the total fertility rate, so the rate at which one woman gives birth, which to be at above replacement, you need to be at 2.1, that is at 1.6. Now, this is notably not as bad as Korea, as China, as Japan, but it is lowering, and it is lowering quickly. And fundamentally, it is reshaping how Malaysia interacts with the world. For a long time, I think that Malaysia was very insular. But as time has gone on, they've realized that with their declining demography, they cannot be insular anymore. And so, they're opening up to the world, they're opening up to trade, they're opening up to investment, and something that is more unsavory, I suppose, to say in open discourse with people here, is the fact that Malays have significantly more children than the Chinese and Indian minorities. And this is partially government policy, but it's also partially a choice of the urbanites. You see, in Malaysia, the Indians and Chinese are significantly more urban than Malay majority. And so this is something that, of course, when you look at the demographics and you look at how people are having kids, etc., this creates sort of a knock-on effect to local politics. And ultimately, if you expect people here to fully embrace you, realistically, you shouldn't be moving to Asia. However, to some people, certainly to Andrew Henderson of Nomad Capitalists, there is options here, right? And Malays aren't inherently unhospitable. They aren't inherently going to be rude to you or even particularly combative. But there is a soft exclusion of people who are different to Malays. And this is fundamentally their rights. They have a sovereign nation. They created their constitution based on democracy. So fundamentally, I don't really mind if they are doing what the majority of the population wants them to. And so ultimately, to me, this is something that, of course, when we're looking at the fact that 0.9 births per woman is happening in the Indian community to 1.0 or 1.1 to 1.2 for the Chinese, to me that doesn't scream too big of an issue. But it may be an issue for you. If you are looking to raise a family here, though, ultimately, it is a place where you can do so. And if you want to find the best jurisdiction for you, feel free to reach out in the Google Forms link down in the description. Fill it out, only takes a few minutes, and it's $350 for the first jurisdiction. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you really like this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you are looking for a way to join me on this journey of internationalization and globalization, feel free to subscribe. This has been the Traveling Report, signing off.